Hey, what's up? Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Kly. Today is Monday, July 20th, 2026. Your headlines today are going to be a few things with Tom Holman, DHS, a few things with my friends over at the lovely World of Islam. You know, they love me over there. Holy shit. And also, just want to start today by congratulating congratulating our vice president, okay, and his lovely wife Usha. Here's the here is the announcement. I will read it. We are excited to announce that our baby boy, Alec Neil Vance, was born this morning. Usha and the baby are happy and healthy, and our kids are overjoyed to meet their little brother. How nice. That's awesome. We're making more Americans. Hell yeah. I made an American. How many did you make? Tell me in the comments. Oh shit. I'm done making Americans though. Don't get it twisted. I'm getting old. No, thank you. I appreciate everybody hanging out last night for the Sunday Funday podcast. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Polly for joining me. You know, sometimes it's just going to be me. Sometimes it's going to be a couple friends. Who knows what's going to happen, you know? I appreciate it. Thank you so much to all the Patriots who came by and hung out. Special thanks and shout out to Art. What's up, bro? Hope you're having a good day so far. It's Monday, you know? It's a big production day for me because I don't have any shows on Monday. I don't have everything going on Monday. I spent some time yesterday doing making some clips, clipping out some little things I want to react to. And today I'm going to be making hopefully quite a few videos. I'll schedule them to be on my channel, maybe two, maybe three a day, just for starters. And then I throw in the occasional extra one or two based on what the news cycle says, you know. Speaking of the news cycle, we're going to get going here in just a second. So please like and share the video. Thank you so much for being here. If you're just joining me for the first time, consider subscribing to my channel. I run multiple shows a week. I post multiple videos a day. We're always doing something here on the channel. We're either live or making videos, or we're doing something with the community, you know? So please be a part of this. Like and share the video. You know, this is the congratulations to myself. Today, this episode right here is the 50th episode of Coffee and Kly. Can you believe that? That I've done this 50 days in a row and have not missed one day. I haven't felt good a couple days. I got up late a couple days. I stayed up late more than a couple days, but I still managed to do it every day. And you being here and watching this every day really keeps it going. So thank you so much. We'd like to push the viewers up, you know. We'd like to push the viewers up more and more and more. We'll see what we can get going. For now, though, let's get into it, you know. Alexander Duncan, thank you very much, sir. This is Islam. As a Muslim, it is my life mission to stand against the U.S. government, the ICE, and the U.S. military to my last breath. Okay, listen to this guy tell you why there is no such thing, in my opinion, as a moderate Muslim. There's just a Muslim who hasn't been radicalized yet. That's my opinion. You can take it for what it's worth. You can agree or disagree. Hey, but I have a hot take about disagreeing and agreeing with people. You know, we can disagree on a few things and still overall be cool, be friends. You can agree with me 93% of the time, 82% of the time, and that's still positive, right? And another thing, if you dish it out to me and then get all butt hurt when I reciprocate, that's a you problem. Okay. If you can dish it out, but you can't take it, maybe you shouldn't be dishing it the fuck out. Hmm? So if I've talked a little shit back to you and you're mad about it when you started the shit talking, well, that, my friends, has nothing to do with me. You have uh, a a problem up here in your mind, in your brain that you need to work out. If you don't want me to fuck with you, the best way to do that is to not fuck with me first. Because if you fuck with me first, especially if it's public, and especially if it's concerning either my child, my family, or someone in my life that's dead, you do that. I don't care. I'll talk about you having one fucking leg. I'll talk about you having one fucking arm. I'll talk about your one eye's a little bit lower than the other eye. I'll talk about how fat you are. I don't give a fuck. All bets are off then. I don't give a shit. Fuck around and you're going to find out real quick, okay? But seriously, I don't mind the back and forth, the playing the dozens, if you will, you know, shit talking. I don't mind. It's when I don't know you at all and you make it personal and I don't even know who the fuck you are. That's number one. Number two is if you're going to, and I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's somebody that's part of the show or a co-host. I don't care if it's somebody from the audience or whatever. If you fuck with me publicly, I'm going to respond. If you can't handle that, I suggest that you are the one with thin skin.
As a Muslim, my response to all of this is do your worst. I am not afraid. Because even if this body is broken, the spirit inside of it, you cannot reach. And it will continue, and Allah will replace you. Whether I see that or not is irrelevant. But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the U.S. government. I am not afraid of the United States Army. I am not afraid of ICE. I'm not afraid of whatever they control.
You should be.
Not only am I not afraid, but it is my life mission to stand against all of the above. That every single iota of strength, wealth, and spirit that I have until I die will be spent fighting everything I just mentioned. To the last breath, or until they cease their oppression, cease their injustice. That's my reason for existence. As a Muslim, my response to...
Yeah, peaceful Muslims, right? Islam's for everybody, right? All right. Okay, what's this? The Daily Discourse. Arturo, what's up? Please follow our friends over at the Daily Discourse. Arturo, this dude's awesome. Very, very good guy. Very good guy. For those skeptical or concerned about ICE and deportations, I hope this message from Homan puts you at ease. Oh boy. Oh boy, what is this? And somebody just... Oh, it's Polybius. It's Polybius. She followed me over on the Twitch. That's awesome. The Twitch. You thought I was going to say Twitter, right? The Twitch. She didn't. Thank you, Polybius. Weird timing. That's funny. All right. So let's see. Eric Doherty, thank you very much, sir. Let's see what Tom Holman says. Tom Holman was a...
With all the holdups that the Democrats give us in terms of everything on this president's agenda, including Save America Act, it feels like the one thing that we could possibly carry out beyond just closing down the border, which the president has done and you have done and has been fantastic, is the promise of these mass deportations. Now, there's been rumblings that perhaps now it's just targeted. Now it's just we're going to go after the worst of the worst, which I want them out too, but that perhaps this goal of mass deportations is not the mission anymore under this secretary. So I want to give you a chance to explain to the American people where we are in that process.
Mass deportations is still the plan, but prioritization of the worst of the criminals doesn't mean we forget about everybody else. And let me give you a clear example of where we're at. So 60% of everybody we're arresting right now is a criminal, 40% are non-criminal. So we are arresting a lot of non-criminals. I think 60% criminal, 40% non-criminal is actually better than 40% non-criminal, 60% non-criminal. I just think it's better. But the numbers are what they are now. A few months ago, people were screaming and yelling. The numbers are down. Well, the government was shut down. DHS was shut down. But what happens when we got the reconciliation bill passed? Right now, we're up 40% over last year. So everybody says last year was a good year. It's a historic year last year. We arrested, deported more people than any president in history last year. Right now, we're on a track of beating that by 40% right now. In June, ICE arrested more illegal aliens in June than any month in history. I looked at the number this morning. July looks like it's tracking to beat June.
What?
So look, we're hitting on all cylinders right now. We're doing a great job. But when it comes to removals, we had record number of removals last year. But here's what people don't understand. They say, we want more, we want more, we want more. It's not a simple case of arresting, deporting. There's a process to find them, and there's a whole process between the arrests and deportations. What people don't understand, despite all the pushback we're getting right now, there's over 100 nationwide injunctions against us for arrests, detention, removals. Over 100. That's more nationwide injunctions than every president in the history of this nation combined. So it's an all-out assault on the Trump administration. So we got over 100 nationwide injunctions. The government was shut down for months. We have a record number of habeas cases filed by radical judges, where I was told yesterday the number is around 65,000 people that we arrested that we had to release because of habeas cases out of radical judges. So there's a lot we're fighting against, but more than any other president. But even though we have all those struggles with the courts and the open borders agenda, we're still breaking records.
And we're
Wow, 40% more. And in June, he said, you heard him, they deported more people in June than any other month in the history of the country. What? I feel like, honestly, all these Somalian things and these way they show up and they're all marching through the streets, all the Islamic people and all this shit. I feel like, honestly, especially the Somalians, these people have an IQ of like 3 potatoes. It's not even a number. So it's so easy to trick these people. You just make a Somalian refugee type of fucking party, and they all show up, and then you show up and you surround them and you arrest all of them. I'm looking for communities of Somalians and illegals to be removed, like at one time. Like you go in, you know, and you got all these other people screaming at you. Why don't you detain them too? You guys ought to start. Maybe you don't arrest people, right? Maybe you don't take them with you, but you temporarily detain them. You put them in handcuffs, you put them over to the side in your car, and you go, you're going to sit here and you're going to shut your fucking mouth while we do our job. And if you give me any sort of fucking lip at all beyond what you've already done right now, you're at your limit right now. Anything else, you're going with me. If you are a good little boy or girl and you sit here and shut your fucking stupid mouth and let us do our job, then when we're done, we will release you and uncuff you. But now you're detained temporarily while we conduct our thing. That's what they should start doing. Just arrest everyone who shows up to counter protest. I don't care if they're a white lady named fucking Jennifer. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they are. I don't care if there's 30 of them. You arrest all of them. Well, okay, I said arrest. I meant you detain all of them temporarily for like 30 minutes, an hour, while you do this. And you teach these people a lesson. If you show up, you're going in handcuffs, and you're going to sit in the back of my car, and you're going to watch us through the window do our job. We can't deal with these. How can you be a DHS ICE agent and go and pick up some guy who's wanted for murder in like Honduras or Nicaragua? He like, you know, SA'd like a bunch of old women or something, or like, oh, even worse, the other way with age, right? I want to make sure I'm careful what I say. You don't know who this guy is, what they did, you know, in another country. So you're trying to get a predator released and then like stop them from arresting him. Meanwhile, the same guy would hit you in the back of the head with a pipe and steal your purse. But you want him to stay. I don't get these people. It's like TDS. It's TDS. No matter what happens, they hate Trump so much that no matter what he does, even if it's good, it's bad to them. I'm telling you, Trump could cure cancer on Christmas morning with Jesus, and they'd still complain. All right, what's this here? What is this? Bernie Sanders? You're still doing politics, bro? Retire. Fuck. Eric Doherty again. Oh boy. Democrats are facing a huge civil war from the communists in Michigan. AOC, Bernie Sanders are infuriating Chuck Schumer by pushing Abdul al-Sayed for Senate. Dems worry he will lose to Trump's backed Mike Rogers. You're pushing a guy named Abdul al-Sayed for the Senate, and you think that's a good idea? Why are we just giving our country away? I mean, honestly, is that something that we want to do, really? You hate Trump so much you're willing to elect Abdul al-Sayed? Chickens for KFC. What the fuck?
The U.S. Senate candidate, Abdul al-Sayed. He is very, very progressive, highly progressive. He's a Democrat. He wants Medicare for all, wants to get money out of politics, he thinks that the billionaires have corrupted the political system. He wants a 7% wealth tax.
So what you're seeing now is there's a big push on mainstream Democrats to stop him from winning. They don't think he could beat Mike Rogers. They don't think Michigan is going socialist. They think there's a blue-collar aspect, working-class aspect they're very proud of in Michigan as well. And then,
I got a hot take that some of people are not going to like. And you might think I'm a racist, and I don't really give a fuck, right? If your name is Abdul al-Sayed, you don't get to hold any office in America. I'm sorry. I'm going to fucking discriminate against you because of your name. Go the fuck back to your goddamn cave in Afghanistan. What the fuck are we doing to our country? Really? We're going to go with a guy named Abdul al-Sayed? We're going to lose our country because we're too afraid of offending someone.
not willing to go that direction. Democrats, realizing they're in trouble, see momentum that he has with younger people, overeducated younger people, and they were scrambling to stop him flooding his opponent with money. And then Bernie Sanders and AOCs try to push back. So there is a subtle civil war going on big time, and it's happening first and foremost in Michigan.
Here's Bernie Sanders.
Brothers and sisters, let me tell you, change is coming. Progressives have been defeating establishment candidates all across America. And whether they like it or not, we're going to win here in Michigan. I know that in some of the media, they talk about me, they talk about Abdul, they talk about Alexandria as far, far left, extremist, communist, this and that. And I don't have to tell the people of Grand Rapids or Detroit or Michigan, you've been breathing that filthy air from the forest fires. And Abdul will understand that we can create millions of good-paying union jobs by transforming our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency and sustainable energy.
But what is it going to cost you? You can't be green energy and be pro affordability as well. We've seen it in these progressive states. They want these energy policies, but it doesn't bring the cost of energy down. So maybe they should tell the voters when they're talking about affordability that they planned on raising the prices of energy.
Right. This guy is going for Medicare for all, which doesn't work. He's trying to abolish ICE. He doesn't understand why Israel is a country. And his son Piker is joining with other young people. He is also an idol of a lot of young people. He was asked to speak and invited to speak.
Did he say Hassan Piker? Fuck Hassan Piker. He's a terrorist and he should be deported. They just pick some random third world country. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. You know, it's one of those that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying. UK democracy. What is this? Andy Burnham. Watch my first speech as prime minister. This guy is a moron. He's a leftist lunatic. This guy, Andy Burnham, he's lost his damn mind. All right, what's this? What is this? Oh boy. Breaking 911. Thank you very much. U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, said it carried out its ninth consecutive night of strikes against Iran at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. targeting military command centers, air defense and coastal surveillance sites, missile and drone launch sites, maritime capabilities, and communication. Is there music? Okay, there's no music. Good. Kablooey. See, I'm more of a libertarian. I'm more of a libertarian when it comes to like geopolitical conflicts and stuff. I actually don't think that we ought to be the world police. I'm not really a fan of going over and taking over some other country and telling them how to live, because I wouldn't want them coming over here and doing that to me. I mean, honestly, this is weird, but like, for example, I don't really care, and it doesn't really affect my life if a bunch of Muslims want to pray 5 times a day and walk around their little Mecca thing and then abuse their women and bury them up to their waist and throw rocks at their head for showing a little bit of ankle. Whatever. It doesn't really affect me. It's sad and it's inappropriate, and I'm not a fan of it, but it's on the other side of the world. It doesn't affect me. Those people are a theological society, meaning they have a combination of church and state. Telling them that their law is wrong is the same thing as telling them that their God is wrong. They want to believe some wild ass shit and abuse their people, and the people are too weak to stand up to them. As long as it doesn't come to our country or our even continent, then I still do have a problem with it. But I'm not sure if I want to do anything about it and use our resources and put our country and our livelihood at risk to solve some multi-thousand year conflict that's been going on forever. We're never going to make these people forget about their laws, and their God, and be more a democratic type country, where it's not going to happen. They want to live the way they want to live, and there's nothing that we're going to say it's going to change that. So why do we keep trying? Huh? We're trying to push our American shit on these third world Islamic nations, and they want nothing to do with it. And it's the same as if they're trying to come over here and push their Sharia law. Look at the backlash. We don't want that shit either. So if you want to stay in your cave in Afghanistan, or you want to stay living in Islamabad, Pakistan, or wherever the fuck, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, these places like this, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, those kinds of places, right? You want to live in that kind of stuff and abuse people and be the world of Islam, then go ahead. But I want nothing to do with it. And if it comes here, then we have to take care of it. I'm big on mass deportations. I think we ought to get rid of these people. We should. They're outbirthing us. In a couple generations from now, white Americans are going to be a severe minority unless we do something about it. And especially if 25% of our citizens are changing genders and having abortions and all this shit. Hey, I got a hot take about that. You want to hear this? Tell me in the comments what you think, right? I got a hot take. So the conservative Republicans are against abortions. They're against all that stuff, and they're pro-family, right? Mom, dad, 2.5 kids, family dog, things like that, right? The left is for the opposite of that. They're for, the abortions. They're for changing genders. They're for not having a normal mom, dad, baby lifestyle. So I say we make it legal for the liberals and illegal for the conservatives. And in a couple generational cycles, this shit will just work itself out, and there won't be any liberals at all left. There's going to be like 7 of them, because we're going to outbirth them. It's the same thing that the Muslims are doing to us. We could turn around and just do the same thing to the liberals. Yeah. So, anyways, let's keep going. Dinesh D'Souza, thank you very much, sir. RFK Jr.'s wife, Cheryl Hines, shuts down The View attacks on her husband for not being doctors. 90% of secretaries of HHS have not been doctors. One of Obama's secretaries of HHS was an economist. Oh boy. Let's watch this. I will like this one up here, and I will like this one here.
Your husband, when he announced basically that he believed he found some causal links between autism and Tylenol, it created a lot of panic in women who were being told by their OBGYNs who look at them that Tylenol, if necessary to treat pain during pregnancy, is safe. What would you say, and I know you're not a medical professional, but to women who now feel anxious and nervous because their doctor's telling them one thing, but the top public health professional is telling them something very different?
Well, they said consult your doctor before taking it. That's what they were saying, and that holds. So I agree. Listen, I've been pregnant. I understand it's stressful being pregnant. I found because you're so concerned with everything. I didn't drink caffeine when I was pregnant. So to say, hey, consult your doctor before you take this, I agree with that, and I think that's okay for moms to hear.
Cheryl?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now,
all right.
I am. This is not your fight, really, to be fighting. Yeah. This is your husband's fight.
Thank you for acknowledging that. But go ahead. But hear what we're talking about. Yeah.
I do want to say, he's not a doctor and he's not a professional.
Yes.
And oftentimes when he's speaking, he is speaking not with the best information that we can get because, we could do a lot better with health stuff. And there's a lot of stuff he can do. And some of the things he's suggested take it out of the hands of my doctor and me and my OBGYN and me. And I wonder, does it give you pause and are you able to say, that might not actually be so?
What happened to Whoopi Goldberg? I grew up liking her. She was part of Star Trek. You might not know that because you're not a Trekkie. You don't watch Star Trek. I watched all the I think I watched everything. Well, at least the older stuff, all the movies and, the original series and Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. And I saved the best for last. The best, Enterprise. That's a good one. The best series ever created in Star Trek. The best show, my opinion only, Star Trek Voyager. And Whoopi Goldberg was a part of the Star Trek franchise in a huge way. She wasn't a part of one episode. She was a part of episodes, series. She was a major player. I just, Whoopi, your brain is broken. So sad. So sad. Shame.
Because I've got my experience and I've lived with this and I'm still here. So are you able to have those conversations with her?
I am able to have those conversations. And just to be clear, 90% of secretaries of HHS have not been doctors.
But they've had a science background.
There have been 3.
Yeah.
No, to be honest, one of Obama's secretaries of HHS was an economist.
But
So
the majority of them that haven't had medical backgrounds have had a science background.
Wait, don't
which
do
our
anything
husband
else.
doesn't have either.
Don't say anything else yet.
Because I do
we
want
have to take a break.
You see how that break was convenient, right? When she was trying to make her point. So now they have to wait and she has to keep her thoughts and collect it. That's just what they do on shows like The View. As they have open range to say and ask you anything they want. And as soon as you start answering, hold that thought. We have to take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. I hope you remember what the fuck you were going to say. Yeah. All right. It wanted me to log in. Fucking, I guess we're going to get pancreatic cancer because we can't see the surprising cause. Well, fuck you then. You know what? Stupid ad. Not interested in this ad. Fuck you and your dumb ad. All right, what's this? Nancy Mace. Thank you very much. Lindsey Graham served with South Carolina for more than 3 decades. Yada yada. Okay, let's just watch it. Let's watch it.
Nancy, thank you very much for joining us.
And thank you so much. And blessings to Lindsey Graham's family. Many people don't think of him as a family man because he was never married, but actually he was, because no one has seen the weight of the world like Lindsey Graham has. And when both of his parents died, he adopted Darlene. He adopted his younger sister and took care of her. And so her words today, watching her at the Capitol of South Carolina, honoring her brother, praising him and taking the lead, his lead in taking care of him in his last 6 months of his term in his sudden and shocking passing, really was a moment to behold. And it's historic too, Chris, because she will be the first ever female U.S. Senator from South Carolina in the Congress. It's pretty amazing and historic all in the same breath.
So I understand the emotional pull of it, as you just explained. But is there something to be said that this isn't really the way it's supposed to work? That just because Lindsey would have liked that his sister got the slot and Trump asked for it, that's who gets it, as if she would be the best steward for the constituency in South Carolina. Isn't this kind of the ultimate nepotism?
Well, I don't think it's actually not that it's not a common occurrence, but it has happened historically over the last 200 years where a member of the family would step in and replace their spouse. Julia Letlow would be an example. When her husband passed away, when he was elected to Congress, she then slid in and ran for his spot. There are other examples in South Carolina, actually in my district, I believe, where a spouse came in and replaced her husband when he passed away when he was in office. And so it's not unprecedented. It is the sort of thing that happens, and this is a placeholder, a caretaker, so to speak, of the U.S. Senator Graham's office. And she knows the ins and outs of his office. She knows his staff. I think actually it's a very good compromise for the next 6 months. And it'll probably be kind of refreshing, too, not to have someone who's been there, for a very long time. But she knows the in and outs. She's been in government positions, and she knows what the senator would have wanted and would have executed and would have done. And I think that's the most important thing, is representing his voice and his votes in the next 6 months. But I think it would be really important for us as a state to honor the man, the myth, and the legend. I used to be Lindsey's neighbor, and I remember inviting him over for a glass of wine one evening. He loved Riesling, and I asked him for his advice because he was sort of the godfather of the delegation. He was a mentor to me, a mentor to a lot of us, and gave us a lot of great advice. And I think it would behoove all of us to share our stories, to share his legacy. And he was a really good friend of the president. The president said in his passing, in the shock and awe of his passing, that he was almost like family to him. And I believe that. And I think that's what we should be honoring in the days ahead.
Yeah, I'm with that. I mean, they're not going to... It's not like she's in charge of everything and she's gonna fuck things up. They're gonna guide her. Come on, don't be silly. Don't be silly. Shout out to Nancy Mace. All right, Rocco. Thank you very much, Rocco. Don't spy on me. Oh shit. Yep, that's right. You see, they arrested the guy that was knocking down all the cameras. All the flock cameras. Fuck flock cameras. No way. I want nothing to do with that. No. So they can charge you with a crime just because some camera saw you in the area? So now I got to make sure, oh shit, I hope I'm not going a place that some crime is being committed by someone. I might get blamed for it because there's a flock camera. It's fucking stupid. I saw quite a few reports. I should do a story on that, maybe. I don't know, the background, the deep dive into like the stories, those kinds of videos don't really do very well. The one about the blue-haired weirdo that's screaming about pronouns, a lot of creators did videos on that. I did mine first. I did my video before anyone else did theirs. And I got a fraction. I mean, I got 1,000 viewers. Asmongold on the same video has over 1 million. And I put mine first. And then I watched his back. And his take on it was almost exactly what I said too. Oh, I didn't mean to say that he copied me. No. Asmongold does not know who I am. He does not watch my videos. He did not copy me. He just happened to have the same fucking exact take as I did. And his video got 1 million views and mine got 1,000. That's not a me problem. That's not a him problem. That's an algorithm problem. I just got to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. Because yesterday I said that I had 43,620 subs. 620. Now, right now, I have 43,675. So I gained 55 subs since yesterday's Coffee and Kly. That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty good for me. I'm happy about that. So I'm just gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna make a bunch of shorts today. Maybe put 2 up every day for the next week or 2. See what I can do about that. See if I can make that many shorts. We'll find. We just got to find the right clips. That's all. Certain things work, certain things don't. I know a lot of people send me clips to use. Hey, make a video about this. Make a video about this, and blah blah blah. And I would love to. But it's not gonna work with my algorithm, and the people who watch my videos want reactions. They want certain types of things. So if you notice on my channel, not a lot of videos about Portland and the Patriots. There's a few restreams of IRL stuff that's happened and a few clips, but 90% or more of my success on YouTube has nothing to do with the Portland people or Tommy or any of that stuff, right? It's all about the videos that I've made that are unrelated, because I'm a reaction channel that just happens to be in the political sphere. But make no mistake about it. First and foremost, I am not a political channel. I'm a reaction channel. That's it. Sure. Freedom Hammer, thank you very much. Reparations have already been paid by the 360,000 white soldiers who died fighting to end slavery. Ooh, I will repost that. I like that. What's this here? U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Oh boy, thank you very much. ICE. If you're not following ICE, you should. Memphis drug trafficker Antonio Joe Caldwell began a 19.5-year prison sentence July 15th following an ICE in Nashville probe within what is this? With its National Coordination for Law Enforcement Intelligence. Okay. Working alongside our partners, HSI will continue to pursue those who profit from the distribution of dangerous drugs into our communities and hold them accountable. Yeah. Fentanyl and stuff, you sacks of shit. Keep that shit away from our kids, yo. I know multiple people who are dead because they did one drug thinking that it was one thing, but it was laced with fentanyl, and now they're dead. Yeah. Larry Elder. Oh, I'm a big fan of Larry Elder. Am I following him? I am. Larry Elder, sir, we would absolutely be stunned if you would agree to a Townhall Tuesday. We have a live interactive chat on Tuesday nights, a little stream we do. A couple thousand people. We'd love to have you. Let me see here. Help Venezuela. What's this? Food for the poor is on the ground, providing emergency relief to earthquake victims in Venezuela. See, this sort of help with people around the world, I don't mind. This is fine. This is great, but we shouldn't be going over there telling people that their God is wrong or they need to adapt our way of life or our religion or our this, That's not appropriate for us to go and try to change someone else in their country. It's different when they come bring their bullshit to our country, Because if I go over to, here's a good example, right? If I go over to your house, right? And you have this rule where you just got brand new carpet and you don't want anybody's shoes tracking shit through your house, right? It's sort of a 1990s problem. So everybody removes their shoes when they come in. That's your rule. My house, I have hardwood flooring. You can come in with your shoes on all day long. Not a problem for me, right? I'm not going to go to your house and keep my shoes on because I keep them on at my house. Because I'm not in my house. I'm in your house. And while I'm in your house, what's a house? While I'm in your house, I'm going to abide by your rules. While I'm in your country, I'm going to abide by your rules. Don't come to my country, right, and disrespect my rules. If I don't want you to wear your shoes in my house, you take your fucking shoes off or you don't come in. That's how I feel about the country. It's that simple. Let me see a bunch of other stuff. William Shatner, love letter or something. Okay. Let's see here. All right, Trump here. What's this? Sovereign Minds, thank you very much. Canada needs to pay for not maintaining their forests and poisoning Americans while blaming climate change for lightning strikes. Oh boy.
I did, yeah, I did. How did that go? Well, it went good, but I told them, I mean, you got to stop these fires from coming in and, poisoning our air. Our air has been poisoned. I have a good relationship with Mark Carney, but, we got to stop the fires up there. If we can help them, we'll help them. But maybe they should pay us some damages or something, or we should do some tariffs. But it was terrible. I mean, you had businesses closing. In particular, Michigan. If you look at Detroit, Michigan area, they had to close everything. They had to close car plants and a lot of other things. So I've never remembered this happening. Over the last 4 or 5 years, you saw it starting to take place. I've never remembered it happening.
Trump is, I don't know how he has so much energy because he's 30 years older than me. 30. And what, he sleeps 2 hours a night and he lives on Diet Coke and McDonald's? I don't know. I think I might die if I had this schedule. I don't think I could. Honestly, tell me in the comments. Do you think you could keep up with Trump's schedule if your job was to shadow him? You sleep when he sleeps, you eat when he eats, and you eat what he eats. You go where he goes and you do what he does. You think you could keep up with him for 1 week? I challenge anyone. Because I'm telling you right now, ain't no fucking way. By Wednesday, I'm going to be like, Don, this shit is over, bro. Fuck this shit. I'm going home. Fuck you. Ain't no way. You crazy. 2 hours of sleep. I can't even keep my head up. My eyes ain't staying open. The fuck. Okay, we done here. We're going to end on this Babylon Bee here. Thank you so much, Babylon Bee. Man becomes missionary to a remote African village so he doesn't have to share gospel with co-worker Brad. Babylon Bee is funny. I like them a lot. That is hilarious. Hilarious. Thank you so much for joining me. That will conclude today's episode. I believe we're at the time. I try to keep it under an hour. People got shit to do. You can't watch me for 3 hours. Let's see here. This week, tomorrow, Townhall Tuesday, we got Unfiltered and Raw. That's right. Wednesday, we're doing the X Space with Tommy. Thursday, we got the Patriot panel. And then on my off days, I don't have a show. I work on videos, right? I have 2 videos already scheduled for today, plus this one. Then I'm going to be working on more videos today. Today is a big production day for me. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all your kind words and your continued support. I know I'm not the easiest guy to get along with, especially if you're an asshole. But I try to get along with everybody. I try. If people don't like me, well, that's a them problem. Not one time since you've met me have you seen me just lose my shit on someone for no reason. I've always had a reason. The other people watching me do this, they might not like my reasoning, but I don't give a shit. I am my own man, and I am nobody's bitch. And just for the record, I saw a few things on X. Then I'll close with this. I saw a few things on X where people are like, well, did you approve the kids holding fuck Biden signs and all this stuff with it? No, I did not. See, the right, the conservatives, we have this ability that you guys don't have on the left. I can disagree with something and still overall support the message. I can say I don't like what Trump did here. I don't like what he did here. I don't like the fact that he clowned somebody who was dead. He wasn't going to hurt nobody anymore. That statement, I didn't like that at all. That doesn't mean I hate Trump and think he's a Nazi, though. You guys are dumb. I have this adult ability, right? It's an adult, grown-up, logical thinking ability. And that's where I can disagree with you on one thing, two things, five things, and still overall be your friend and overall support you. I don't agree with everything that Trump does and says. Sometimes I think to myself, yeah, you should have shut the fuck up, maybe. But I still overall support him. That's why you guys can't support America. That's why you can't fly a flag unless it's upside down and on fire. Because you relate that, oh, if I agree with America, then I'm agreeing with Trump. Oh, if I agree with one thing that Trump did, if I even admit for a second that Trump has done anything good, then I'm agreeing with his entire agenda. Don't be stupid. No, you're not. That's just ignorant to think that. It's stupid. Hey, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.